everyone, welcome to On Earth Yoga. My name is Corey. This is yoga for stress relief. So in this class, we'll be doing a lot of inversions, and by inversion I mean just kind of forward folds, letting our head hang nice and heavy to release any of that tension that you might be feeling in the body. Let's get started in embryo pose. So embryo pose is a child's pose variation where your knees are together, forehead is down on the mat, and your arms are right down by your legs. And I want you to notice your breath here. As you breathe in, feeling your back body expand. And as you exhale, feeling the support of your legs underneath you. If you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, coming right down into a child's pose or embryo pose is a great thing to do because it takes you right into yourself and it gives you a moment to forget whatever else is going on around you. And take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and let it go. One more like that. Big breath in. Let it go. And when you're ready, very slowly start to lift yourself out of this pose and set up for down dog. We'll come right in. And just start to find a gentle pedal of your feet. Make sure your head and neck are nice and heavy. You can nod it yes, shake it no. And notice if you can take your awareness to your breath and your body, so away from whatever has been stressful for you today. You are here on your mat now, and that's all that matters. You can let your eyes close. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Exhale completely. Bend your knees and take little steps and walk yourself to the top of your mat. Heel toe your feet out at least hip width distance or wider. And then bend your knees all the way so that you feel your chest resting down on your thighs. I want you to feel super supported here. And then let your head drop. And then you can take opposite elbows if you'd like, or just simply let your hands fall towards the earth. Another option would be to clasp your hands behind your head and give yourself a gentle tug with the head down towards the mat. Notice your breath like an embryo pose, really filling up that back body with air. And on your exhale, feeling the support of your legs. Release your hands down to the mat and heel toe the feet in together. And then plant the palms and step right back into down dog, keeping that head heavy. And feel your hips pulling up towards the ceiling, chest pulling back towards your thighs, heels sinking down towards the mat. And feel your shoulders pulling away from your ears so you feel and find that space. And just breath here, 3 more. Take 1 more breath in. Audibly let it go. Step the right foot in between the palms. Come up for warrior 1. Take your time here. Slowly start to lift up. Maybe straighten the leg at first. Let your arms lift up and feel that right hip pull back so you're starting to square your hips. And take a breath in. Sink back down into the knee. Really engage this back leg, pressing into the pinky toe edge of that foot. And then let your hands come down by your side and clasp the palms behind you. Take a breath in. Feel the heart reach up, knuckles pull down. Humble warrior, start to fold to the inside of the right foot. You can rest here if this is hard for you, but I'd rather you let the shoulder come right down in between that leg. And then your arms can stay close to your low back. If it feels okay in the shoulders, maybe you start to reach them up. Few breaths here. Most importantly, let the head be heavy. Couple more breaths, you can do it. Let everything go here. Slowly inhale all the way up, straighten that leg. Arms reach up and back, feel nice and open. And then palms come down to the mat, downward facing dog. Immediately settle in here. Let the eyes close. Three more deep breaths. Step the left foot forward. Warrior 1. Rise up and start to straighten that leg. Feel your left hip start to pull back. Good, take one more breath here. Reach both arms up. Press into the pinky toe edge of this foot and then sink down, warrior one. Arms come down by your side. Take the opposite clasp, so the one that feels weird. Lift up, breath in. Fold, humble warrior this side. Make sure your head is heavy. No tension in the neck, in the jaw. Just completely let go. Couple more breaths. And very slowly start to lift up, straighten that leg. Arms sweep up, reach back. And palms down, down dog. And take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth. Right foot steps. Come up into warrior two. So rise up and open. Excuse my cousin It hair. Sink down to the leg. So this is different from our other poses. We're nice and open here. Feel the breath. Feel the difference in the body. Reverse the warrior and hold. Keep sinking into that front leg. Gaze can be up at the palm or down at your back foot. Start to straighten the front leg and then lift yourself up. Pigeon toe your feet in. You're coming into a straddle fold now. You might back up a little. Hands to your hips, start to lift up through the heart and then hinge forward. Weight more into your toes and your heels. And then let your hands reach for either ankle. All the same things here. So shoulders move away from the ears. You're heavy in your head. No tension anywhere in the face. And bring your hands right back underneath your shoulders and start to walk yourself back around to the top of the mat. Hands will come right to the inside of that right foot, and then start to heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat, pointing the toes up towards the right corner. And then let your left leg come down onto the mat, untuck the toe. This is lizard pose, a nice hip opener. So you can stay up here pretty upright on your palms. If you have blocks, you could bring your elbows down to blocks, or if you have the flexibility in the hips, you can bring your elbows or your forearms all the way down to the mat. And we'll hold here for a few rounds of breath. If you'd like to move a little bit side to side, just to give a little bit more movement into that hip, that is perfectly okay. But notice if you are creating any tension in the face. notice how your body has started to respond to this practice with a lot of inversions. And notice if you're starting to feel any lighter. And the reason we're adding in a little bit of a hip opener is because we hold a lot in our hips. We hold a lot of that stress and that buildup. So the more we can release there, the less we have and the lighter we are going to feel, especially as we walk and sit. A few more breaths. Coming up onto your palms, very slowly walking the foot back in between the hands, popping up the back knee, and stepping to down dog, our home base. And take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Left foot steps through. Warrior 2, rise up and open. Feeling that space in between the shoulders. Reverse the warrior. And hold here. Press deeply into that left knee. Gaze up or down by your foot. Start to straighten that front leg. Lift yourself back up to center, hands to your hips, setting up for our second straddle fold. So those toes come slightly pigeon-toed, hands at the hips, lift up through the chest. And start to hinge forward. For this one, start to walk your hands underneath you, fingertips facing away. And use that leverage of your hand to help pull yourself closer down towards the earth, weight in the toes, head heavy. Let your focus be on your breath. And imagine that all of that weight, all of that stress is just rolling right off your back, and you're leaving it on your mat. Bring your fingertips back underneath your shoulders. Lift up about halfway, and then start to walk yourself around, hands inside of the left foot, setting up for lizard on this side. Walk that left foot out to the edge of the mat, toes pointed towards the left corner. Right knee lowers down, untuck the toes, and then you decide. So 2 hips, one is going to be different than the other. So you might stay upright, you might lower yourself down. And make sure you get yourself into a comfortable place where you can hold, a place where there's no tension anywhere that you don't need it, like the face, the shoulders. And again, you can find a little bit of that movement. if you're someone that goes all day long, notice how a slower practice feels on your body. A few more moments right here. Three more breaths. And slowly, if you're down on your elbow, start to walk yourself up. Foot comes back in between the palms, pop up the right knee, step back to your down dog. And lower your knees down to the mat. Come to sit on your heels. Just take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and exhale. One more big breath in. Open the mouth. Bring your hands to heart center. I hope you feel a little bit lighter. And come back to this practice whenever you feel that stress start to creep up again. The light in me honors and bows down to the light in each one of you. Namaste. Hey everyone, thank you so much for taking this class. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to take another, you can click a video over here and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.